St. Louis Art Fair edition of Won't You Meet My Neighbor. You've seen this all before, so that's nothing new. What is new is my fascinating neighbor. Take two, Tiffany Ownbey. And again, from Rutherford to North Carolina, which for those of you who don't know is near Asheville.
I feel like we've done this before.
That'd be like me 10 minutes ago, right?
Maybe.
Okay, come on in.
Okay.
Let's look at your work.
Thanks.
I'm gonna just give a pan version of Tiffany's booth because it's so cool and so interesting and so varied and so professional.
It's so professional.
It is so professional. I love your price tags. Okay.
That took a lot.
And
it's a lot of effort.
Okay, Dog Park. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Dog Park. How did this come to be? I've heard people all weekend long calling it decoupage.
Yes, they have.
And?
I don't like that so much.
Really?
Yes.
Well, it doesn't show.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at hiding things.
But it's actually paper mache.
It is paper mache made from drawing on a giant piece of sewing pattern, placed over all kinds of other papers. These are old blueprints. These are cigar labels, wallpaper.
Yeah, look at the detailing here. This is just cool. I mean, this is one of those things that I like, that the more you look, the more you see.
Yeah.
And then put the pieces together, and you can tell us a story, or I guess I'm free to make up my own story.
I would
right?
love it if you'd make up your own.
And I do.
That's been fun all weekend.
I do.
Like
I make up all sorts of
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
And I usually don't tell you about them. But they're all good.
Wow, there's more?
They're all good.
Wow.
Come here. Tell me about
Yes, sir.
Look at the 3D pieces. I mean, all sorts of versions of the paper mache, and again, the detailing is really cool. The sheet music in this one, it's just terrific. Again, those are cigar labels again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but then we get to our three-dimensional creations, and I'm just going to show y'all the variety here before we talk about them. First of all, which came first?
The 3D.
The 3D came first, and okay, so that would mean the 2D came second.
That's how that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the 3D, and actually, because I've seen you around for quite a while,
Have you?
I've certainly known of your existence,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
I do think of the 3D pieces. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I just started showing through 2D 5 years ago. Maybe?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you've been doing this how long? I mean, as a professional artist showing your work at art shows.
20 years, I
Wow.
guess. Yeah.
And so just like me, now you are completely unemployable, right?
Completely unemployable. Maybe not exactly like you, but yes.
So why don't you stick with this, because I think you're onto something.
Well, thank you.
Now again, the 3D.
You can't see her little lips there.
Oh, wow. Do that again. Do that again. An action figure.
They all move a little. See?
Wow. Are there any
Action figures. I like that.
Are there like found parts in these, or are these like the arms? I mean, they look as though they're hardware from I don't know what, or have you fabricated?
I've fabricated those. These are from the 40s. They're paper mache doll hands from the 40s.
Okay.
I got a bucket of like 400 of them 8
Yeah.
years ago, and I'm still using them.
Okay.
The wheels.
Oh,
Cap
wow.
gun pops. Cap
Oh,
guns,
cap
remember
gun.
those? Yeah.
Look at that. Cap gun pops. So you don't want to rub her against the wall.
No, you kind of do.
Yeah?
Hmm.
Well, you probably kind of
I
do.
said that real country.
That's a very cool piece on the back wall, too.
I think
Again,
that's my favorite.
is this, is it your most recent?
No.
One of? No?
One of them, yeah.
One of your more
Sorta,
recent
kinda.
ones? And I don't know, for me anyway, I seem to be most fond of my most recent work.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you find that to be true at all?
Maybe sometimes. I don't,
Okay.
not
Not all the
not
time?
consistently, no.
Okay, well, that's fine.
That's good for you, though.
Well, I guess it is. Back up. Where did you just wake up one morning and say, I'm going to do this?
Yes.
You did?
No.
Yes and no.
No, I did not.
You've been doing some form of this for a long time. I'd be willing to bet.
You're right. I don't know how you'd know that.
Because I've been your neighbor all
Crazy.
weekend.
Yes.
It's a funny thing.
Yeah.
But you did come out of art school.
I came out of art school.
Okay.
But I was doing this long before I started art school when I was just a tiny girl and continued to do
When you were in art school, what were you studying?
ceramics and printmaking.
Oh, cool.
I forgot to.
Yeah. Well, and I can certainly see some carryover in both.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no surprise to me at all. Okay, come in the corner. We have buttons.
Yeah.
Lots of. Oh! And, okay, first of all, but I don't want to. It's so easy to get distracted in here. G&H green stamps.
S&H.
S&H, sorry.
Do you remember those?
I do remember those. I
Everybody
remember
else
collecting.
that came to the festival does too.
Oh, really? They're all old like us.
They just like to talk about them a lot.
And I don't remember. It seems like you could cash them in for either groceries or little chintzy prize things. I don't.
Yeah, I have a cake plate my mom traded in.
Okay, so not chintzy at all.
Not always,
An
no.
heirloom. An
Yeah.
heirloom. Okay.
I'm also somebody who saves everything, so I'm not sure it's really an heirloom.
Well, but it would appear that you put them to good use.
Sometimes.
Any thoughts on future directions? I mean, as concerning your work, I'd like to know more specifically about your work. Gonna keep with the 2D and 3D?
Yeah,
Okay.
I hope so.
And what do you most like about selling your work on the street with all of us other?
What do I most like?
Yeah. I mean, it's a long list of things you probably don't like.
Oh, the list is endless for what I do like too. It's
I know.
amazing.
It is me too.
No, I like the feedback that I get from the people on the street and from you guys.
Right.
It's good.
And I really like meeting my neighbors and my fellow artists, and I find all of you very inspiring.
Back at you.
And it's been a real treat being your neighbor. Try to see if we can get us in there.
God, I hope so.
Thanks for being my neighbor, Tiffany.
Thank you.
You're the best new friend I have today.
Ever I have today. That's nice.
See ya.